Hello everybody, my name is Ebonethos, and welcome to Bossframe this morning. I'm going to go over a couple of my things about my build that has changed. So as you can see, I have two new weapons that I'm going to be playing with, the Ignis Wraith and the Cyclone. So my Excalibur build has stayed exactly the same, no edits. However, I now have the Ignis Wraith. And the Ignis Wraith I picked up because I know it technically is a better weapon, a better version of the Ignis. Unfortunately, I don't have the Ignis with me. I sold it a long time ago, so unfortunately I had to sit with this. So the Ignis Wraith you can pick up from your dojo. During a certain event time period, clans had the ability to do this one event and get the ability to build the Ignis Wraith in their lab, in the Grenier lab. So if you're in a clan, which you should be by the time that you reach Uranus, which is our next boss, by the way, which is oh god, I forgot his name. Tilregor is our next boss. Then you should be able to get the Ignis Wraith if your clan has the research available. If it doesn't, you're kind of out of luck, and I apologize for that. But not much we can really do here. So beyond that, we're going to throw down some reload speed there. And do we have anything else here we could do? Anything that's not super evil? Yeah, I guess I have the Bane of Grenier. That works. I can put that in there. I'm going to be able to go and get up against the Grenier anyways. So, level that up to max, I guess. 30% increased damage to Grenier. Cool. Alright. So, this is my build for an Ignis Wraith economy build where you don't have a whole lot of mods, but this is what you get. 4 forma in this bad boy, so you probably won't be able to fit all of these into your weapon at the first. But definitely get that corrosive damage, corrosive, infected clip, and Stormbringer as quickly as you can, because that's going to be your biggest bit, and if you can get Sinister Reach, even better. Beyond that, I have the Cyclone, which is another weapon you get from the dojo. It's what you get from the energy lab, actually. And as you can see, this one has radiation and corrosive damage plus a cold proc. And this is my basic build for it. Pretty simple. Pathogen rounds and deep freeze and convulsion. Remember that it goes left to right, top down. So the mods are read this way. So it reads lightning, then toxin, which makes corrosive, then goes hornet strike, deep freeze, suppress, quick draw. So if I put deep freeze over where corrosive is, you can see it changes it to viral damage. We don't want that. We want to keep it as corrosive. Better work for us. And then the Amphis has had no alterations. We still have Spilled Strike on there, still have all these things. It's still the same way it has always been. Same thing with the Exalted Blade. It has had no changes. So, we're going to go ahead here. Ooh, there it goes. And we're going to get started on this fight. Tilregor is a beast of a problem. But, you know, what we had... Oh, one other thing I forgot to mention. I did change my Sentinel. Now, granted, most people will not have the Sentinel, but it's perfectly fine. I'm just using the Sentinel for vacuum at this point. My Sentinel has no damage and doesn't need any damage at this point. All it does is it has Vacuum, Enhanced Vitality, and Guardian. Another thing it gets is Scan Matter, which shows me resource containers, which is great. But beyond that, this is all it does. Resource containers, Vacuum items, Guardian, and Enhanced Vitality. So don't super worry about what's going on when, because the Sentinel, I'm never going to use something that's going to be super important and game changer. So we're going to go ahead and start here on Titania in Uranus. This is going to be Tilregor. His labs are an absolute pain in my butt, but we have to get them taken care of. As he is probably one of the harder bosses to fight simply for the fact of what you have to go up against. Now you'll notice my screen is rippling a little bit, but that's because there's a good chance we start underwater. I wouldn't say a 100% chance, but just a good chance.
Has made strides in the field of gene repair. His work would not reverse centuries of deterioration due to excessive cloning, but also allow for stronger and deadlier genetic weapons. Eliminate Regor and put a stop to
all right. So another reason why the Ignis Wraith is because once you start playing with the Ignis Wraith, it will be your best and only friend for the longest time. It is legitimately one of the most powerful weapons in the game, hands down.
Nobody knows you're here.
And I say this with a grain of salt, because mostly you just can just press and hold this button and stare at people a little bit, and then they burn to death, and it's delightful. Since it's a hit scan weapon, it's a weapon that, you know, works primarily under the effects of if it's in my area of hit, I will hit it, which is great. You have to take a little bit of a pinch of salt with this weapon, however, because ooh, gallium. And the reason why you do is because this weapon is not the highest damaging weapon. And so while it has some incredibly good status chance procs and all those other things, it's really not the best in-game. There are better ones. Statuses, especially if used correctly against the right enemies, can be really effective, is all. As you can see here. Now, if I was to go ahead and play around with my heck in this same mission, you would know that it would take a lot more to kill someone with the heck than it would be to kill someone with the Ignis Wraith. And then people would go, oh, see, it is the most powerful weapon. Not really. The heck, when modified correctly, is quite powerful, but like all weapons, you have to mod them. If you don't have the mods to actively mod it out, then honestly, the Ignis or the Ignis Wraith, these are probably going to be better weapons just in general. Now, the Ignis used to have one really good effect for itself, which it has lost over the years. And that effect is it used to have basically infinite punch through, as long as the beam was traveling. So you used to, again, not anymore, you used to be able to just go ahead and fire the beam through a wall, and it would kill enemies from across the field, and you just go, and just kind of casually walk through buildings, just pointing at walls and killing people behind them. Now, for obvious reasons, they changed that. Thank God. Alright, so here we are. Til Regor. Oh no. Okay, there it goes.
First you, Tenno. Next, your Lotus.
Good luck with that, Til Regor. So I'm just gonna aim at him. Aim and fire. Pull on the Cycron. Woo!
Gonna pull this ocean down on us if I have to.
I'm gonna come up here. Now, the Cycron has a really cool thing, is the fact that it is a battery-based weapon, number one. What? Where's my enemies? Huh. Okay.
Die, lizard, leech, bloody worm.
Oh, there it is. It's another beam weapon, but it has a battery rather than it actually has ammo. As you can see, it constantly recharges itself. And it does a decent amount of damage. Okay. Only problem is it does have a battery life, so okay. There was some glitchy stuff going on there. Usually to fight Grineer Maniacs until you kill them all and then he brings you up here. Well, not brings you, but if you don't, you get flooded, which is not the best thing in the world. And especially since the statue is electrified, so it electrifies all the water. And then these jets will knock you off into... Ow. Drakkar, Maniac, Bombard. Oh god, they take forever to kill.
Come for a fight. Oh, should have dressed for a funeral.
It's surprisingly easier than I would expect. Nope. It hurts. So technically he's right behind that door, but I can't deal him any damage even if I was. See, as you can see, the initial blast of the Ignis Wraith actually can puncture through that. Oh, he is dancing. He's a dancing queen. But yeah, usually there are more enemies to fight than that. That was a surprisingly few number of enemies to fight. You just had to wait out timers, which was a little bit sad. I was expecting so much more from this fight. It was supposed to be so much more of a hardship. Oh well. So that's Tio Regor in a nutshell, kind of what you have to experience with him. Now, something I will point out, you have to fight him like at least 6 times. Because you need the Equinox Day Systems chassis and blueprint and the Equinox Night Systems chassis and blueprint. Which means you're going to be fighting him quite a darn bit. He can be fairly easy, as you just saw, though. As long as you have weapons that can strip armor at a good pace, a good clip, he's really easy to fight. But don't need to worry too terribly much about him. Now, again, I will point out there is a couple weird things that happened with that. Because normally, during that, once you fight him and he disappears that first time, and you saw that Grenadier Maniac that was running around down there, the thing that had the red eyes and glowy, usually you have to kill that before he shows back up. There's usually 1 per Tenno, so you get up to 4 in a group. You need to kill them before he'll show up. And then when you deal him enough damage, he disappears again, and he raises the flood water to all the way up to that ramp, or that scaffold, what do they call it? Platforms. You jump up on the platforms, you need to kill usually 3 or 4 enemies as well per person in order for him to show up again. And it's those particular stages that most people know from raid battles that happen. I don't know why that didn't happen this time. Everyone who does this might get the same amount of luck that I did. I don't know. So if you go to fight Tio Regor, just remember those 3 stages happen. Well, there's 4 stages. First stage, we just fight him. Then he disappears. And you have to fight his Grenadier Maniacs. After that, he comes back again. You fight him some more. And then he disappears again. And then you go up to the platforms and you fight the enemies on the platform without avoid getting knocked into the water because electrical damage hurts a little bit. And then he appears one last time, and then you can kill him after he makes the water, well, not to make the water go more, but just kind of shows back up and dances around a bit. He does do a pretty good amount of damage, and especially when you are fighting him as a sortie mission, level 100 or something like that, he's very challenging. But as you saw, I walked with relative ease through almost all that mission, just using the Ignis Wraith and the Cyclone. So next time we do this, we're going to be going up against the Hyena pack. These guys are a little bit more annoying, but they're not hard. So hopefully I will see you guys all in my next video. If you've liked this video, please leave a like. If you want to see more Bossframe, please subscribe. You'll be able to see more. And until next, if you have any comments, leave them in the comment section. I'll get to them as soon as I can. And until next time, everybody, thank you so much for watching, and I hopefully see you in my next video. Bye, everybody.